I'm gonna try and put a radial filter again, put the haze around the mask. Yeah, I think I'm happy with this one. What's up guys and welcome back to the channel. If you're new, my name is Tori and this is my channel. So today I have a different kind of setup, and yeah, I decided to film this video in my room, and I'm using today the big monitor that I have for work and also used for editing videos and photos, of course. So I decided for today's video to just pick some random duck photos that I have taken over the past like month or so. So we're gonna edit them today and you're gonna hopefully enjoy the whole video. So yeah, I have picked 32 different photos of ducks. So we're gonna edit them together for this video, and yeah, let's go. For editing all my photos, I'm using Lightroom, and sometimes I use Photoshop if I need something more specific. But yeah, I'm mainly using Lightroom. So here are all the photos that I picked. So let's jump into editing them together. So all the photos in this video are taken with the Canon 85mm lens that I am using mainly for like daily photography. And yeah, so this is the photo of the duck that is like swimming. So I don't really have any presets that I'm using. I'm mainly like using my own presets that I like make randomly, like when I take photos of my dog and I want to edit them all like kind of the same way. I just use that preset, but mainly I just go with the flow and see what was the weather like when I was taking the photo, so I know if I go for like moody stuff or something more relaxed. So let's try to bump up the exposure, not that much highlight. I don't think we need shadows, or maybe a bit more black. We're gonna go over here to the saturation, and I usually just bring down the saturation of green. I don't know why, just think it looks a bit more cooler. Let's see how much down we can go. Yeah, like something like this. So we are focused on the dark. Now we can do some color grading, which I really like and enjoy. I usually go with like blue shadows, or maybe something like aqua, something like this. But we bring down the the saturation, of course, because it's so much. Maybe something like this. It doesn't look so saturated. That's for the shadows, and for the highlights, I think we can do maybe something like a yellow or orange, maybe. Yeah, I think something like this looks nice. Just bring it down, not to be that much saturated. Straighten this. Yeah, it looks a bit more straight now. So let's see. I think that's not too bad for the first one. Maybe I should try to use a radial filter, or yeah, something like that. Let's see. Maybe just use a radial filter and see if we can bring more focus to the duck that is in the photo. So let's see, something like this. Yeah, like this. But we're gonna invert it and make it a bit bigger so it fits the duck. And let's see. I think we can maybe bring down the exposure. Maybe not too bad. I like to use dehaze on the photos. It's like a bit more moody. So let's try to do this. Not that much, of course. Just a tiny bit. I don't know, it just looks cool, I think. Like in a dream or something. Which is cool. Doesn't look so bad. So maybe this would be it for the first one. So let's see the difference. Let's see before and after. So to see if I'm like satisfied of the editing before and after. Like look at the difference. It's overexposure. a little bit. So let's try to bring down the exposure. I think this is pretty much good. So I usually just copy this so I can just do this with all the photos, but still change something if I don't like some of the colors. So yeah, let's move on to the next one, which is this one. I think this is a bit funny because the duck is like down, like in the water. Let's see what happens if I just paste like the effects, the editing. Yeah, you see, it looks a bit different. Here are the little tiny ducks that are out of focus, and here is the bigger one. So yeah, I think this just looks funny. But let's see what we can do to bring more attention to this one. Maybe just bring down more of the exposure. Maybe down of the oranges or the yellows. Maybe that's a bit too much. Let's bring down a bit of the green because yeah, it's a bit too much for this one. Let's see the before so I know what to do maybe next or if it's done. So let's see. Here is the before. Maybe just the black is too much. Maybe I should just straighten this one. Yeah, it looks a bit better, but I think I don't know what else to do with this one, so let's move on to the next one. Yeah, this is the same duck, but this time it's like up. It's in focus. Maybe not at all, but yeah, it looks good. I think. Yeah, I like it. Let's just level it more. Maybe let's try to bring like a radial filter around it to bring more attention to it and more focus, of course. So let's see. Just invert it. Maybe let's try the decays again. See, something like this looks a bit better. Yeah, something like this. Yeah, I think it looks good like this. The whole like focus is on the duck in the center. So yeah, let's go to the next one. So let's see what we can do. Yeah, maybe it's not that much focused. Yeah, maybe just decays a tiny bit. Yeah, I think this looks better in my opinion at least. So yeah, let's move on to the next one. Maybe I'm just gonna skip some of them. But yeah, I think this is a good one. Let's put up more exposure because it's a bit dark. Yeah, we don't need highlights and maybe just no blacks. I don't think we need to straighten it. Looks better like this. So let's go to the next one. Yeah, it's the same kind of angle. So let's move on to the next photo so we don't waste our time. Okay, we can do with a bit more lighting. So let's bump up the exposure on this one like this. Yeah, looks good. We don't need the highlights again. Yeah, it's good. It's sharp, which is so good. Like, look at the sharpness. This is pretty much done. Maybe just try to make it better with the radial filter. So let's see. Okay, and you know the drill. We just invert it. The haze because I love it. I don't know why. This is like my favorite thing to do with like almost all of the photos because it looks like so dreamy and I like it. So something like this. Yeah, I mean it doesn't look natural, of course, but I just like to do it because that's kind of like my style. And yeah, I think this is pretty much done. I like it. So let's move on to the next photo. Yeah, as I said, I picked this photo like 32, but I'm not gonna edit them all, of course. I'm just trying to find a good one to edit in this video. Oh yeah, I like this one because it was like making some noises. So as you can see, the mouth is open, and I managed to take the shot. Like look at the sharpness and the focus of it all. And yeah, I'm gonna edit this one, of course. Yeah, maybe it's moody like this, but yeah, something like this. Just drop down the greens. Yeah, something like this. You can see like drops of water. And this might be like one of the favorites for this video. I think that I'm gonna, of course, try to put a radio filter on the duck. Let's do some magic. The haze. It looks even cooler like this, like a mist around it. So yeah. I think this makes it so much better. This one's done. This one's diving again. But you can see the little ducks here, which are so funny because they don't have like the exact color yet because they are like just born or like babies. So yeah, it looks really funny. Sorry, I don't know what happened. It just turned off. The camera just turned off. So we are here back, and yeah, let's go. We are gonna finish this one, as I said, just to put a radio filter on the little duck, something like this, because it's tiny. So we don't need a big one. Yeah, okay, and just to invert first to do the dehaze. In my opinion, like all the focus is on the little duck here, and yeah, I think it's good. So moving on, we have a bit of a different location again with the duck, but on a different location. So let's see. These are a bit more dark. Turn down the green saturation like this. And let's see with the highlights. Let's try and bring it down. Maybe this is even too much, but I think it looks pretty good. Let's try and see the before. Yeah, like see the difference. I'm gonna try and put a radial filter again. Put the haze around the mask. Yeah, I think I'm happy with this one. So I can move on to the next one. Wow, like look at this. So cool. It looks right at the camera, I think. Like look at the difference right away just to paste the filter. But let's try and fix some of the things. Like the exposure, I think it's a bit dark, something like this maybe. This shot, I think it's also one of the favorites, maybe the second one, but just looks a bit moody. But it lighting, I guess. I like using the either the radial filter or like the brush tool in the Lightroom just to put more focused on some subjects, like even people or my dog or whatever I did. I just like using the filters, the masks, I mean, and yeah, just to put more attention. So let's try with the radio filter on this one, maybe more texture. Yeah, that could help. And I think that I'm gonna duplicate this one and just put it to the other duck. This works. Yeah, I think this is the end result of these photos. So those were all the photos I decided to edit in this video because it's getting a bit of a long video, so I don't want it to be too long. But if you enjoyed this kind of process of like a video of me editing photos, you can let me know in the comments down below. So I should do that again, and I'm happy to do it again because I always edit my photos. So why not just show that like how I edit and the process I am doing it. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it as much as I did, and yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you have any other idea for a future video I should make, and I'll be happy to do it. And also make sure to follow me online on my Instagram at ToriStory1, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye.